This is going to be scraping technique. How I normally start out is I start out first with doing a little bit of cupping. So then that way I can start to lift the fascia and bring in the blood to get that blood to rise up more to the top, to get it more centralized to where I can actually place the scraper directly right on the point. And also the cups also helps you to locate it immediately so that you don't have to go outside the area that needs to be scraped. These are the massage cups. They actually go both directions. As you can see, they lift and they actually can go across. So that way you're breaking up a lot of the fascia and a lot of the scar tissue first. So with the cups, you can feel it a lot better. And one thing too is you can hear it too if you listen real good. There's a lot of different techniques that you have to do in order to do this. But that's just one where I've been doing this for 18 years. So you kind of get used to that feeling. It might take you a little bit of time to get that feel for it. But I start out with some cream first because I'm trying to get that skin to lift. As you can see, these are more of the massage cups, which are the silicone cups. So that helps you actually lift rather than trying to lift this with your hands. With him, you actually can feel it. It's in the belly of the muscle and down towards the knees a little bit. So then that way, where the most area that you want to start with, where you feel it the most. And you can tell it to start to go inside towards the adductors as well. And inside, more closer to the tendon. Tendon is more or less like the same as the muscle, but only with the tendon, it's the least vascular. So that can be a little bit more intense as opposed to the muscle. And now I'll go to that scraper. The main thing when it comes to this, when you're scraping, is you gotta follow the direction of the grain of what the muscle is. Meaning, once you start it, you may want to go one direction. And not try to go this direction and that direction, but one direction. As you can see, I'm putting some more lotion on there to get that better glide. It's already busted up a little bit because I already massaged him and cupped him yesterday too. But I'm basically going to go into this a little bit more with the scraping today. It's a little bit intense, but what you want your person that you're working on, you want them to actually try to remain calm and be able to breathe. So then that way the blood will keep flowing. As you can start to see, yeah, a little bit of red is starting to come up. I know you probably can't see it from a camera all that well. And then I'm just going to try to go over this a little bit more with the cup to lift that. As you probably can see, that's starting to let loose a little bit more. So we may not even have to do that much scraping. But usually if there's a lot in there, as far as for blood, congested blood, toxic blood and stuff, you'll see that immediately. It'll immediately come up. Just breathe for me. There you go. And now I'm just going to massage that a little bit more. And you see, you can start to see a little bit starting to rise. I'm going to get the camera a little bit closer. Get that adjustment. As you can see, that air is starting to rise up a little bit more. You can start to see in the air where it's like here, it's pretty getting dark. So that means that's been in there for a little while. You don't have to put a whole lot of pressure on there. It's usually pretty close to the surface. Just trying to bring it up to the surface. But sometimes it just depends on how thick the muscle is or the person. It actually, you might have to go a little bit harder. But as you can see, I'm not really digging. I'm more or less gliding this. You can start to see how that's beginning to raise up a little bit more. So that's letting you know that we are busting up that scar tissue mainly. That's in here. It's not so much as far as congestion, but it's a little bit more scarring from where the fibers over the years from running and, you know, the pounding. You can feel that. And he's actually tore this at one point in time. So actually where that is popping up right here is probably where that's actually let go. And then the scar tissue is formed in there. But I just wanted you to see, that's my method of how I usually do that. Now with the massage, with the thumb, I can go different directions. But with the scraper, I only go one direction.